Today A.I is everything and you should require your own website. And we have a stage to give you best site administration. Site facilitating is the method involved with putting away and making a site open on the web. To have a site, you want a web have, which is an organization that gives the vital innovation and foundation to make your site accessible on the web. There are a few sorts of web facilitating administrations accessible, including shared facilitating, virtual confidential server, VPS, facilitating, committed server facilitating, and cloud facilitating. Shared facilitating is the most well-known and reasonable choice, as it includes imparting server assets to different sites. VPS facilitating gives more assets and control, while committed server facilitating gives you unlimited authority over the server. Cloud facilitating utilizes different servers to have your site, giving more prominent adaptability and dependability. While choosing a web facilitating administration, you ought to consider factors like server uptime, speed, security, backing, and evaluating. Likewise, vital to pick a facilitating administration can oblige your site's necessities, like how much traffic, stockpiling, and data transfer capacity required. Notwithstanding web facilitating, you may likewise have to enlist a space name, which is the location that individuals use to get to your site. Some web facilitating organizations offer space enrollment administrations, while others expect you to enlist your area name independently. Generally speaking, picking the right web facilitating administration is a significant choice that can affect the presentation and outcome of your site. Notwithstanding the kinds of web facilitating administrations, there are additionally various stages and advances utilized in web facilitating. For instance, some web facilitating administrations use Linux servers, while others use Windows servers. The decision of server stage relies upon the particular requirements of your site and the applications you intend to utilize. Web facilitating administrations likewise give different instruments and highlights to assist you with dealing with your site, like web designers, content administration frameworks, and email administrations. Some webhas offer particular facilitating for explicit applications or stages, for example, WordPress facilitating or Internet business facilitating. While picking a webhav, it's essential to consider the degree of client care gave. Search for a host that offers all-day, everyday client service, various contact strategies, and a supportive information base or FAQ segment. You may likewise need to understand surveys and check the host's standing and history. Web facilitating can go in cost from a couple of dollars each month to many dollars each month, contingent upon the kind of facilitating, elements, and assets required. Some webhas offer early-on arrangements or limits for new clients, while others offer free preliminaries or unconditional promises. And rundown. Web facilitating is a fundamental part of making and keeping a site. Picking the right facilitating administration requires cautious thought of your site's necessities, server stage, highlights, and estimating, as well as the degree of client care given by the host. Web facilitating is important to make your site available to the web. At the point when you make a site, the records and information that make up your site should be put away on a server that is associated with the web. Web facilitating organizations give the innovation and framework to store your site documents on their servers and make them accessible to anybody who needs to get to your site. Without web facilitating, your site wouldn't be open on the web, and nobody would have the option to visit your site. Web facilitating is accordingly fundamental for organizations and people who need to have a web-based presence, share data, sell items or administrations, or speak with others over the web. Web facilitating is likewise significant for site execution and dependability. A decent web facilitating administration guarantees that your site is accessible and open to guests consistently, with insignificant personal time or interferences. Web facilitating administrations additionally give the vital assets, like transmission capacity, stockpiling, and handling power, to deal with traffic and action on your site. Generally, web facilitating is a vital part of making and keeping a site, and picking the right web facilitating administration can fundamentally affect the achievement and execution of your site. Web facilitating benefits. Web facilitating gives a few advantages to organizations and people who need to make and keep a site. Here are a portion of the vital advantages of web facilitating: openness, Web facilitating makes your site available on the web, which permits anybody with a web association with access your site from any place on the planet. Unwavering quality. A decent web facilitating administration guarantees that your site is accessible and open to guests consistently, with negligible free time or interferences. This is significant for organizations that depend on their site to produce leads, deals, and income. Customization. With web facilitating, you have more noteworthy control and customization choices for your site, including the capacity to introduce and arrange your own product, add custom scripts and code, and make custom email accounts. Security. Web facilitating administrations give security highlights and conventions to safeguard your site from digital dangers, for example, hacking, malware, and phishing assaults. Versatility. Web facilitating administrations offer various degrees of assets and adaptability choices to oblige your site's development and evolving needs, like expanded traffic, stockpiling, or transfer speed. Support. Web facilitating administrations normally offer client care and specialized help to assist you with settling issues or issues with your site, server, or facilitating account. Generally, web facilitating gives the fundamental foundation and assets to make, keep up with, and grow a site, while guaranteeing openness, dependability, customization, security, versatility, and backing. Incredible skill. Web facilitating gives your site a more expert appearance, with a space name that is one of a kind to your site and does exclude an outsider stage name, like WordPress or Wix. Site design improvement. Web optimization. Web facilitating can influence your site's website design enhancement, as web indexes consider site speed, uptime, and security while positioning list items. A decent web facilitating administration can assist with further developing your site's web optimization and increment your perceivability in web crawler results. Email facilitating. Many web facilitating administrations offer email facilitating as a component of their facilitating bundles, which permits you to make custom email accounts utilizing your space name. Cost viability. Web facilitating can be a financially savvy choice for making and keeping a site, particularly contrasted with different choices, like structure and facilitating your own server foundation. Reinforcement and recuperation. Web facilitating administrations frequently offer reinforcement and recuperation choices, which can assist with safeguarding your site's information and records in the event of a catastrophe or information misfortune. Investigation and following. Web facilitating administrations might give examination and following instruments to assist you with observing your site's exhibition, for example, guest traffic, bob rates, and client conduct. In synopsis, web facilitating offers various advantages for organizations and people who need to make and keep a site, including openness, unwavering quality, customization, security, versatility, support, impressive skill, web optimization, email facilitating, cost viability, reinforcement and recuperation, and examination and following.